The Russo brothers update us on Avengers 4. Now that Avengers Infinity War is out on all platforms, news surrounding the Marvel Cinematic Universe has slowed from a torrential downpour to a tiny drip. However, that doesn't mean we're not gonna take every little droplet and mine it for all it's worth. And luckily, today, we've got a few tidbits from the brothers about the upcoming team-up flick. In an interview with Deadline, the Avengers director spilled the beans on when they expect to be finished with A4. Anthony Russo told Deadline, "We've worked on the edit all summer, and we're excited to finally get these missing pieces in the film, and then we expect to be in post through the fall and winter." He then continued, "We hope to be done by March." And with the film set for release in May of 2019, finishing it up before the movie's scheduled release is a pretty good sign. However, while the Russos may seem optimistic about getting those finishing touches for the film previously known as Infinity War Part 2, it might not be as simple as just adding a few missing pieces. After the firing of director James Gunn from the upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 caused the film to be delayed indefinitely, Marvel Studios seems to be scrambling to figure out what to do with the team and ultimately the MCU itself. If James Gunn's quote from a Facebook Live Q&A from August of 2017 saying that Guardians 3 will help set up the next 10-20 years of Marvel movies is accurate, then this could force Marvel and the Russos to rethink how Avengers 4 is going to lead into the next phase of the MCU. In an interview with Digital Spy, former WWE champion and current Drax the Destroyer actor Dave Bautista said, "It's kind of a strange situation to be in now where we've lost our director for Guardians." He continued, "It's on permanent hold for now, and that may make a difference in what they do with our characters in Avengers 4. I know I'm in Avengers 4. I've shot most of it already. I do have 2 days of reshoots. I guess that it remains to be seen what they'll do with the characters." Could all the behind-the-scenes drama with Volume 3 force Marvel to change or reshoot what was originally planned for Guardians? With their fate up in the air for the time being, it certainly seems possible, especially if Star-Lord and company are not there to shepherd in the next phase into the cosmic world. But there may already be a plan in the works to get the project rolling again. Taika Waititi recently met with Marvel top brass to discuss doing another film. Now, we don't know for sure what film that might be, maybe another Thor sequel or even the Eternals, but there is also a chance that he was brought in to test the waters on taking over Guardians 3. Of all the directors who've contributed to the MCU over the past 10 years, Taika would be the best fit to take over for James Gunn's rompy space opera. Thor Ragnarok proved that Taika's got the comedic chops to make a truly hilarious Marvel film, plus the ability to navigate strange characters and unlikely pairings.
This is my very good friend over here, Meek. He's an insect and has knives for hands.
And with Thor Ragnarok being a fan favorite, Taika is probably one of the only people who would get fan support if he were to sit in James Gunn's vacated director's chair. Now, while we will see how audiences react to whomever takes up the directing mantle, the one cinematic team everyone seems to agree about are the Russo brothers. And they, in kind, return some of that love to the fans for sticking it out through the dusty depths of Infinity War, with Anthony Russo saying it was so gratifying that in a movie with this scope and scale and that wide of an audience that we were able to end with a gut punch, and yet the audience stayed with us and found value and kept coming back. Anthony went on to say that it's the fact that fans are so invested in these characters that has the two of them returning. But what do you folks think? Do you like the Russos directing? Should they change the Guardians' fates if Volume 3 stays indefinitely on hold? And would you be on board if Taika Waititi took over that team? Let's discuss. Also, be sure to like, subscribe, and mash that little bell to get notified every time we drop a video or go live with a show. And hey, have you checked out What the Friday? It's our pop culture week in review breakdown where we discuss, debate, and then get too heated over trivia. You can check it out on Fridays at 1 p.m. Pacific on ProjectAlpha.com. Just use the promo code ALPHA60 to get yourself a 60-day free trial. And if you miss it live, you can always check out the podcast version on iTunes, Spotify, and wherever fine podcasts are found.